Spring is sprung here in Marlborough, and the sports are off and running at the high schools. Our cameras were everywhere this week, and we'll start with Marlborough High Girls Lacrosse. And we pick up the action early. Oakmont's Courtney Allard starts off this high-scoring affair with the game's first goal. Next it's Marlborough's turn as junior Nikki Collette scores on a penalty shot. On the ensuing face-off, senior Mackenzie Little does it all by herself, winning the face-off and then takes the ball the length of the field to give Marlborough the early 2-1 lead. Oakmont responds with a score on a penalty shot of their own to cut the lead to 1. And here's Carter again, answering the Oakmont goal with her third, giving her the hat trick, and we're still only in the first half. Marlborough junior Sarah Hanahan decides to join in the fun, adding a nifty goal for herself, putting it past the goalie after a nice spin move. With Marlborough up 5-2, it's Oakmont's turn to go on a run. Starting with a goal from Rachel Testa on a fast break. Next, Audrey Brigham snaps one in the net before the Marlborough defense can get set up. Oakmont evens the game at 5s on a penalty shot from Veronica Bedard. Oakmont ties the game back up with help from a friendly bounce as Morgan Beatty knocks the ball in without having control of it. Oakmont goes back on top with a quick shot from Shayla Beatty just past the outstretched leg of Marlborough's goalie, Laura Sayers. Not wanting to be down at the half, Mackenzie Little does her best Patrice Bergeron impression, winning the face-off, and then gives a nice little head fake and sticks the ball into the back of the net, tying the game at halftime 7-7. In the second half, Marlborough uses the momentum from the late first half goal and takes back the lead as Little scores off a pass from Sarah Hanahan, giving her a hat trick of her own. Oakmont would not go away as Megan Fontaine does all the work by herself, going the length of the field and just slips it by the stick of the goalie. Sarah Hanahan gets the goal right back as she uses her patented spin move and puts Marlborough back on top by 2 late in the second half. In a late charge, the Spartans use some solid passing to cut the deficit to 1 as Shayla Beatty nets her second goal of the day. The Spartans catch a break with a late penalty shot and take advantage as Morgan Beatty adds her second goal and ties things up to send this game to overtime. The Spartans catch yet another break as an errant pass rolls right to the stick of Rachel Testa, and she cruises down the field and snaps the ball into the back of the net for the game-winning goal. With the loss, the Panthers drop to 2-1 on the year and 1-1 in the Midwalk B division. Defending state champion Assabet Softball squared off against league rival Worcester Tech this week. Michaela Vernava has the highlights.
The Assabet Softball team took on Worcester Tech this Monday. The Eagles took an early lead, scoring 2 in the first, but the Aztecs have an answer. With Jen Cassavant on second base, Josie Burlingame hits a double, sending Cassavant to third. Then Jen Fortin's caught fly ball allows Cassavant to tag up and score. Abby Welsh's ball launched into right field drives in another run, tying up the game at 2, heading into the third. After a scoreless third inning, both teams cranked it up in the fourth. With runners on first and second, Gianna Sasso of Worcester Tech hits a 2-run triple. Next up, Lindsay Allen singles and sends Sasso home. Again, the Aztecs have an answer. Deanna Nilica bunts to load the bases. At bat is Jen Fortin. Whoops, there's a whiff. Runner out at home plate. But here's Abby Walsh, whose line drive is good for an RBI. Jocelyn Arangio's pop fly puts another 2 on the board for Assabet. Kayla Baker bats in yet another, and it looks like Arangio is going to be out at home plate, but hold on. After a little deliberation by the umps, they call obstruction on the third baseman, and she is ruled safe. But the Eagles won't recoil to their nest that easily. With a runner on first, Lindsay Rosario drills one into deep left field, driving in a run. The Aztecs aren't rattled. With a runner on second, Deanna Nilica crushes an RBI triple. Aztecs still down by 1 after Walsh drives in another run. But a botched attempt to steal second ends the inning. Top of the 6th, Sasso hits a fly ball to right field. That is dropped, and she's on base. Foster's still on the mound. There's a wild pitch, and Sasso steals second base. Now up Lindsay Allen. She knocks a soft grounder down the middle. She's safe at first, and Sasso advances to third. Kaylee Blanchard now at bat. She pounds out a 3-run homer. But it's not enough. Assabet goes on to win the game with a final score of 18-14.
Baseball season's kicked off for Assabet. The Aztecs finished strong with a 10-3 record in 2013. They graduated some key players this offseason, leaving them captainless so far this year. But with the way this team is gelled, head coach John Silk isn't finding it necessary to designate any one leader.
We graduated a ton last year, probably our best team we've had since I've been here. And so we're kind of rebuilding it, but at the same time, our expectations will make the districts. And we're starting out strong. We have great pitching, but we got to get the offense going. The last couple of years we've been lucky. I've had the same captains for almost 3 years, and they just were natural leaders for us. This year is kind of, we're trying to instill that leadership, so we haven't chosen any captains yet, which is the first time for us. So I think we're just filling it out this year and let the kids lead as a group. We don't have that standout leader, so we might go a season without any captains. It's just to kind of make these kids hungrier as the year goes on. We're just all about together. You know, we're a blue-collar team, we're a blue-collar school, and I like the kids just to work together. And, you know, captain's just a title.
While there may not be any players officially appointed to a leadership role, there is one senior who is happy to lend a helping hand to his teammates, especially the underclassmen transitioning to varsity.
Tom Walsh is a really big leader. He's the main leader for us this year, so he's doing really good.
This team and program means a lot to me. As I progressed each year, I kind of took some of the younger kids under my wing, and it's just mean a lot to me. It's like kind of like family. The kids that are having trouble, don't know what they're doing, like I step aside, tell them like each little detail what they need to do to improve. Like if they need help, I'll stay after, help them out. Everything my coach has taught me, I kind of progressed and told everyone else what to do.
With the help of their senior teammates like Tom Walsh, this year's new additions have had no trouble adjusting to life at the varsity level.
The transition was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Just from JV to varsity, I really didn't get that much more nervous. It was kind of a smooth transition from it.
Some young guys are definitely pulling their own weight early on, and I hope it just continues as a long season for the younger guys. So, so far so good.
One of those younger guys is sophomore Robbie Downing. His older brother Zach Downing was a co-captain of last year's team. Zach graduated last spring, and now Robbie is optimistic about his turn to step up to the plate.
Yeah, it's a little tough because he was really a good player. He's on varsity for he started his sophomore year through his senior year on varsity. So I kind of got some big shoes to fill, but I'm looking forward to the task and see if I can do the best I can.
It'll be fun to follow these guys as they go through the rest of the season, so stay with us to track their progress. So far, it seems like that cohesiveness Coach Silk talked about is working for them. They're off to a promising start with a 3-1 record. For WMCT-TV, I'm Michaela Vernava.
The spring season is in full swing, and we'll be there to cover all the action. For Michaela Vernava and WMCT-TV Sports, I'm Tom Brown.